Welcome back, fake sports fans. While our Jays tied the series up in Game 2 of this ALCS against the Detroit Tigers, now we head back home to Toronto for Game 3. Jays will send Brian Wu to the mound to go up against Matt Manning. So let's have a look at the lineups and then get into the game. And as always, we play with quick counts on for a fast-paced game.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays.
And now, please welcome your
festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. So just about set, getting the nod in this one, Brian Wu.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup move. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Shortened the bump and missed it. 1-2. And there's the ball. That one misses, and it's 3-2. Got it. Now one away. Down the number 2 hitter, Colt Keith.
Second baseman, Colt Keith.
That one catches the zone, and the count 1-2. One down, base is empty. In the dirt, and that's ball 2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Got a full count.
Hit in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. 2 down. Here's Riley Green.
Left fielder,
Maybe caught that one off the end
Green.
just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Back now in Toronto. Today's starting pitcher, Matt Manning.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And we're back. And now for the Jays, Lawrence Butler, the 2-1. Swung on, belted. That's back. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. A solo shot. It's 1-0. And now here is Harper. The wind of the pitch. So now 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
There's a swing and a drive. And it looks like trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Everything came together for him. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Fouled off to the right.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Here comes Christian Yelich. And there's a foul ball. Stays alive. Up and in. It's 2-2.
2-2.
The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. David Fry next up for the Blue Jays. Next pitch misses. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
2-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And it's filled up. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in Game 3 of the ALCS. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Young makes the grab on the run. Here in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. And here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. Swing and a ball popped up. Harper makes the grab, 1 away. And now it's Juan Yepez.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
2 away. Here is Moncada.
Third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Out to center. Varsho after it. Corrals it. And that is that. Bottom of the second. And here's the veteran outfielder, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
And there's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there.
Nice
job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second with a stolen base. Line drive. Green balls it in, and there's 1 away. Here's Andres
Batting
Jimenez.
eighth, second baseman.
We talk about guys with good
Andres
speed, and
Jimenez.
definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Rogers hauls it in, 2 away.
Going to have a little more discipline in
Batting
future
ninth,
bats.
shortstop,
That pitch looked good,
Mason
but
Wynn.
he can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or a weak contact in the infield.
That one
Ball
missed.
inside.
This one smoked out to left. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for Detroit,
On to the third
right
inning.
fielder,
Now it's the
Wenzel
switch hitting
Perez.
outfielder, Wenzel Perez. Late on that fastball.
Tie a guy up like that,
1-2.
you're feeling like you are in command.
Hit hard on the ground to short. On to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And now Anthony
Batting
Volpe.
eighth, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Late swing fouled off.
That's the ball.
And it remains 2-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Batting ninth, catcher,
And next to hit
Jake
for Detroit,
Rogers.
Jake Rogers. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. Has room, and he makes the catch. Back here at Rogers Center.
Leading
Now
off
it's the
for
right
the
fielder,
Jays,
Lawrence
right
Butler.
fielder, Lawrence Butler.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here
Now
is Bryce
batting,
Harper.
first baseman,
Not surprised he's
Bryce
off to a good start in this
Harper.
one, given he enjoys playing so much at home. Let's see if he can make it 2 for 2.
Next offering is in for a strike.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That's down and in. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base
Now
is
batting,
empty. Anthony
designated
Santander
Anthony
next up for the Blue Jays.
Santander.
Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. New inning getting
Leading off
started,
for the
and
Tigers,
here's the Tiger
center fielder,
leadoff man,
Jacob
Jacob
Young.
Young. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's the second baseman,
Now
Colt
batting,
Keith.
second baseman, Colt Keith.
One down, base is empty. Going to count 1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And next up for the Tigers, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
Swings through him for the K. And he strikes out the side here in the fourth. Back now in Toronto, bottom of the inning. And here is Christian Yelich.
Christian Yelich.
And that one missing low.
Well, these Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
A rope into right, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one.
Now
These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Man rolls over. Yelich dives back in.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Now batting, center fielder,
next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
First and second, no outs. Here in game 3 of the ALCS. On the ground to short, could be 2. Underhanded to second. On to first, double play.
Well, that's what you hope for if you're out there on the mound.
Now
First and second, nobody out. Somehow get a ground ball to get out there. Nice double play by the infield.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That's to third. Moncada tossed to first, and that is the inning. Here in game 3 of the American League Championship Series. And now the first baseman, Luke Raley. That's a little bit low.
Well, these Tigers, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Here's Juan Yepes. Fought off foul.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
In the air, left field. And there's 2 down. Here is Yoan Moncada.
Up next for the Tigers, third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Next offering is foul back.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Gets a piece and stays alive. And there's a ball.
2-2.
And that's downstairs and outside. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And stepping in is the speedy Andres Jimenez. Just missed.
That's the ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next pitch is outside.
Full count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now pitching for
Grant
Detroit,
Herter gets the call from
number
the pen.
48.
Still pretty early in the
Grant
ball game,
Herter.
so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And the batter now, Mason Wynn. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Next one is off the play. 2-2.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Fights it off. He'll see another. On a line, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Love how he became a really
Now
tough out
batting,
with 2 strikes right there.
fielder,
Just a cookie
Lawrence
down the middle. I mean,
Butler.
those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Swing and a miss. Full count now. Man at first, one away. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here comes Bryce
Up next
Harper.
for the Blue Jays, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Just
Ball.
missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 3. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. And out to a board.
Really nice job staying up the middle
Now
with his
batting,
approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So up next, Anthony Santander. And a base hit up the middle. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Bird. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the right fielder, Wenzel Perez. That one fouled off, 2-2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That one missed.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond. One up, one down. Anthony Volpe digs in now.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 2-1. Fastball for a strike. And that's in the dirt. Base is empty, one away. Here in Game 3 of the ALCS. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find his zone.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. The hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And there's 2 away.
And good defensive play prevents a run from scoring right there.
So the lineup flips over. And now Jacob Young. Man at second. Runner takes off for third. Swing and a miss. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. Into center. Win on the move. Grabs it on the run. And that is that. Back here at Rogers Center, and now it's going to be David Fry. Swinging at ball 4 that was off the outside edge. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Keith. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting.
And now here is Gabriel Moreno. Into center and a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
That's out to center field. Young makes the catch, and that'll do it.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Matt Strom.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now it's the second baseman, Colt Keith.
Second baseman, Colt Keith.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Great swing and solid contact, just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Next offering misses down and away.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Outside low, and it's 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. And that'll bring
Up
the
next
tying
for the
run
Tigers,
to the plate.
left fielder
Riley Green, the next to hit. Runner on the go. Hard hit, right side. Harper takes it himself. That's the first out in the top of the seventh.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2.
Tying run at the plate. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Yelich should have it. Out number 2. New pitcher now for the Jays, Porter
Now
Hodge.
pitching for
Pretty
the Blue
big spot
Jays.
he's coming into, trying to strand that
Number
runner at second
37.
base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
And now the DH, Juan Yepez. The tying run at the plate. Not even close there. And the count is 3-1. On the ground to first. He gets there on a slide. And very nicely done for the out.
Now pitching for
We're
Detroit.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Jesus Tinoco.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And now for the Jays,
Leading off
Mason
for
Wynn.
the Jays, shortstop Mason Wynn.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Base knock center field. So now back to the top of the order.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but
Now
found a way.
batting,
You'll often hear the
right
phrase
fielder,
short to it,
Lawrence
long through
Butler.
it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. Well, these Blue Jays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've lost.
There goes the runner. Tap foul at the plate.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
That's hard hit on the line. Young makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here's Bryce Harper.
Now batting, first baseman Bryce Harper.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Wynn leads off first with 1 away. Runner goes again. Ripped on a line. Young hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
2 outs. Swinging a foul straight back. Squirts away a little bit. Goes to second. Save! And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. Back to work, 3-2 now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there
Now
anyhow.
pitching for
Robert
Detroit,
Suarez gets
number
the ball now.
75, Robert Suarez.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Up the middle. Keith. They get the force, and that is that. And we're back,
Leading
ready
off
to
for the
begin the
Tigers,
8th.
third
And now
baseman,
it's switching
Yoan
third baseman,
Moncada.
Yoan Moncada. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball.
Fastball off the plate a
Now
little
batting,
bit, but
right
a really nice
fielder,
job of going
Wenzel
with it.
Perez.
Punched into the opposite field for that knock.
So digging in, Wenzel Perez. And that's outside. Tying run at the plate. On the ground. And that's just foul. Hit weakly on the ground. Jimenez. Here's Wynn for 1. Over to first, safe.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Brings it in, and there are 2 outs.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath a little bit and popped it up.
Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers. Ripped on the ground to second. That's the 3rd out. Back now in Toronto. Now the third baseman, David
Third
Fry.
baseman, David Fry.
On the ground to the left, Volpe. To first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out
Now
in the
batting,
8th.
the center fielder,
And now the center
Dalton
fielder,
Varsho.
Dalton Varsho. That misses. 2 balls and a strike. That one at triple digits. Bases empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 3. A swing and a miss. Robert Suarez records the strikeout.
Now batting,
Gabriel
catcher,
Moreno
Gabriel
next up for the Blue Jays.
Moreno.
Two down, nobody on. And a weak ground ball to the left side. Moncada tossed to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over.
Now pitching
So
for
the
the Blue
closer
Jays.
summoned from the bullpen,
Number
Mason
19.
Miller.
And I can't imagine any
Mason
save is an easy one.
Miller.
You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Leading off for
Back to the
the
top of the order
center
now.
fielder,
Here's the
Jacob
center
Young.
fielder, Jacob Young. And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho gets under it. And a quick out, number one. He's 2 outs away. And now, Colt Heath. The Jays trying to close out a 2-run lead here in Game 3 of the ALCS. That one missing inside. Pitch misses there, and the count is 3-1. There's a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ballgame if you're not careful.
Probably looking for the K. So they're down to their final out.
Now
And up next for Detroit, Riley Green. 2 outs. And a big swing and a miss.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. That was just...
Got him! And that's the ball game.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
And Butler's leadoff home run ends up being the game-winning run. Let's have a look at the box score. And for the Jays bats, they scored 2 runs on 10 hits, 1 walk, and struck out 9 times. Harper hits a double, Butler hits a home run, Butler and Santander get the RBIs. Varsho gets a stolen base. And for the pitching, Brian Wu gets the win. Mason Miller gets his 3rd save of the postseason. And as a team, they give up 0 runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, and strike out 7. And with the win, Toronto takes a 2-1 series lead over Detroit. And on the NL side, San Diego has a 3-1 series lead over LA. So remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next game for Game 4 of the ALCS between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers.